Hi, thanks for coming back to My Little Crafty Secret. Today I'll be sharing a few projects using the Simon Says Stamp Mother's Day 2022 card kit. I'll be making 5 eclipse cards. These are quite easy to do, and I think these papers lend themselves to it. Off camera, I die cut out You Mean the World to Me in several colors, and I've chosen a few pieces of the pattern cardstock that came with the kit. Depending on how much of scrap cardstock I had, I cut out You Mean the World to Me in several different colors. Because this paper is 4x6, I had to cut down the cardstock to fit an A2 size card. Off camera, I cut down the cardstock. Now I will show you how I assembled the card. I did this 4 additional times to finish off all 5 cards. I'm centering the You Mean So Much to Me die onto my card panel, and I'm going to die cut that out, and I have this on the upper portion of the card panel. That's just because I plan to have a secondary sentiment, a smaller sentiment at the bottom of that. And I run this through my die cutting machine several times, and I make sure that I take it out very carefully because I need all the pieces that it cuts out. I can't throw away any of the pieces that appear to be scraps. Now I need all the pieces to do some puzzle piecing, and you will see what I mean once I start assembling the card. So just so that it's easier for me, I carefully take out each of the what appears to be scraps for the die cut, and I make sure that when I take them out of the die, it is facing right side up, and that is just so that I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to get the paper right side up. Now, once I'm done doing that, I can carefully move aside those smaller pieces and start assembling my card. Because this paper started off as a 6x4 panel, I did have a strip of paper left over once I cut it down. I'm going to use it to decorate the inside of my card. Once I do that, I can now put the panel down onto my card, and I want to make sure that each of the smaller pieces, little finger pieces that the die cut made, has glue on it, and that's just so that everything is stuck nice and secure down to the card. Now off camera, I had glued together the You Mean So Much to Me die cuts into a stack, and I'll be showing that shortly here. And it's really nice because it's a nice thick, more like a chipboard. It's not really chipboard, of course, but that's how thick it is. And these are very easy to glue together because the words are so thick and together, all in one piece. So the piece that I'm gluing on top of here is the You Mean the World to Me die cut from the paper itself, and now all I'm doing is gluing that onto the card. Once that is done, I'm going to take those little pieces of paper that was cut when I did this die cut, and I will be puzzle piecing each of those pieces into the little white holes there. They are really fiddly, very, very fiddly, and I'll be showing you just kind of what I'll be doing, what I did to put them back into those holes, and for the most part, I will be completing it off camera. Now, again, I did this for 5 cards, so there's a lot of fiddling going around. The hard part is now done. Now what I'll be doing is just showing you what the other 4 cards look like. They're very pretty, and because there's a lot of pattern to this paper, it does look a little like a secret message. But once you tilt it in the light, you'll see it. So I wanted to embellish it, and I did so by using the stamp set and I decided to use these little bees, and I color them with my alcohol markers. And I was going to die cut them out, but you know what? There are so many of them, it was just easier just to cut them out by hand. Now that was the sentiment that I decided to use as my secondary sentiment. And off camera, I had stamped them using my VersaFine Clear ink in black, and I'm going to now adhere it to each of the cards. Of course, once that's done, I then take some foam tape to pop up each of these little bees, and I decided to place 2 of them on each of the cards and put them in between the letters. Now off camera, I did finish the remainder of the cards. Here's a quick view of all 5 cards. Because I did cut out a few extra bees, I did put them to use. And since you made it this far in the video, you'll see how I used them shortly. And there's my little surprise. Well, that's the end of my process share. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. And I hope this gives you some inspiration to use your card kit. Thanks, until next time.